Hello, solid. Hello, guys in the chat room. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I was thinking about doing the Q&A video as a live stream, and I just wanted to test this out to see if everything works. Can you hear me? Hang on. So yeah, I used to live stream a lot on my other channel, but I used a different encoding software, and you always seem to have issues with the audio. So I had to get into the habit of always checking to make sure people can hear me. Once I did like a whole video where the audio wasn't working, so I had to redo the whole thing. A little embarrassing. So I'm using different encoding software now, just doing a Google Hangout, and previously I was using Wirecast. It's a completely different thing. So originally the plan was to do the whole Q&A video as like a separate thing with like editing and like pre-recording and everything. When I looked at the questions I got, and I thought, well, maybe a live stream might work better. But you guys can hear me, okay? Are you getting an echo? Because there's a ridiculous echo in my apartment. Because when I record videos, I have to crawl under this makeshift tent I've got over here. I've got two chairs with like bed covers draped over them, and I got to put my computer under there, and I got to crawl under there. It's really cramped and like really uncomfortable, and it gets really hot in there. So recording under there when the weather gets warm is going to be a delight. Hopefully I'll be out of here by then. So that's probably where I'll be when I do this, the Q&A video for realsies. So I was going to schedule it for later today. Hopefully, if I could get this to work right. Everything seems to be working okay now. Of course, I had to mute the sound, so I don't know. How's the echo? Is the echo okay? A little echo, but no complaints. Okay. All right. Well, maybe I had to put the computer under there just for the hell of it, because that echo drives me nuts. You have no idea. First time I tried recording in here with the echo, it was a nightmare trying to get rid of that thing. That's why one of the Supergirl videos has had the audio kind of messed up. That's back when I was still trying to figure out how to record decent audio, and I had to re-record that one a couple of times. I had to go to a couple different places, and there was still audio at the other place. So I was jumping through all these hoops to try to get the audio to sound good, and I never quite managed it. But now I just kind of bite the bullet and crawl under this tent I've got here. And with any luck, fingers crossed, I'll be able to move out of here in April, because I have someone who wants to take this place off my hands, and they want to move in May 1st, or at least they did the last time I talked to them. Hopefully they still want the place. Otherwise, I'll be stuck here until the lease runs out. Don't even get me started on this place. Oh, man. Can't wait to move to someplace better. But everything seems to be working okay now. To everyone in the chat room, would you be okay with doing the live stream later today, like around, I don't know, 8 p.m. Eastern, something like that? I thought about doing it on the weekend, but I don't know. I thought maybe if I do it tonight, I'll have more time to get to work on the next video before I inevitably get sidetracked with some movie reviews I want to do. Yeah, perfect time. Okay. OG, the low-res chicken, in a class of feminists, so it feels good to see her video. Oh, class of feminists. You know what? Let's not paint all feminists with the same brush, okay? I'm sure they're not all, insane like the people on Supergirl. All right. Um, it just modern feminism has become like really twisted into something that does not really represent the original intent of the feminist movement. I think originally it was about equality. It's not really about that anymore. Uh, but let's not get into a debate about this. I just this is just supposed to be a test. Um, it seems like it's working okay now. So yeah, unless somebody has any objections, I'm good with recording, like doing the Q&A live stream tonight around 8 p.m. Eastern. So if there's any complaints about that time, say so, and maybe I can reschedule it for something else. But Thursday works for me. Friday is no good. Saturday, I anticipate there being some kind of a problem, and that's my phone. I'm not a morning person at all, so I always have to set multiple alarms. And today I woke up really early and couldn't get back to sleep for some reason, which never happens. Let's see. For your community to interact with you, yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to do it as a live stream. Also, looking at the questions I got, I just thought this format would work better. Just a fair warning, I'm definitely allergic to something in the building I'm living in, and it kind of plays havoc with my voice, which makes my voice kind of unreliable. So my throat is constantly messed up. So when I do the live stream, if my voice sounds like crap, or if I have to clear my throat at any point, which I can almost guarantee will happen, let me apologize in advance, because my voice tends to be unreliable at the best of times because the allergies are chronic. And yeah, well, one of my big pet peeves with YouTubers is when they start the video saying that I apologize for my voice because I've been sick lately and my voice sounds terrible, when they sound exactly the same. I've seen this so many times that they're apologizing for their voice. Their voice sounds perfect. They sound exactly the same as they always do. Okay, when my voice is messed up, when I'm sick and my voice is messed up, I sound like something crawled into my throat and died. Okay, trust me, when my voice is messed up, you'll know it. It sounds okay right now, but if I was able to leave this building, it would sound better. But this is the realities of my living situation right now. It's unfortunate, but it was kind of well, I'm not going to say it was a necessity, but I kind of got duped into taking this place, and now I'm stuck here for another couple months. Is the stream going to be on YouTube or something else? Yeah. It's been a while since I've done this, but I could schedule it for tonight, and after that, there should be a notification on the main page. When you schedule to premiere a video, there should be a notification about that. YouTube doesn't seem to understand time zones. There's a little confusion about that. So like the first time I premiered a video, the info about scheduling it in like the proper time zone was a little unclear. So I did, wait, if I do it in this time zone, why can't I just put it in Eastern time? There's no like choice for that. It was a little confusing. So the video got scheduled at like a weird time, but I figured that out. But this is a little bit different than premiering. 8 p.m. Eastern. That's the plan. I will tentatively schedule it for 8 p.m. But I will put up a notice on my Twitter if if once we get that figured out. If you're not following me on Twitter, there's always a link in the description. But if you're not following me yet, you can do so by doing it right there. That's my Twitter. So I always put notices up there. That's the best way to be notified about videos and whatnot, since the bell icon doesn't always work. Watching your Supergirl reviews. Hey, thank you very much for driving those views in the Supergirl videos. Funny thing about that, I was doing those for like the better part of a year, and they weren't really getting a lot of attention. I mean, they were compared to the other videos I was making, which, you know, comparatively is still not much, but they would get maybe a couple hundred views if I was lucky. I think the first one got maybe around 230 something, and then it just maxed out. And I thought, okay, that's where the ceiling is, so I'll try to build it from there. And then none of the other ones did very well, and they were just kind of settling in at that very low level. And then around and then in late December 2018, suddenly they just exploded. I'm still trying to figure out why that is, and because I wasn't really doing anything differently. And all of a sudden, it's like the first Supergirl video I made, suddenly it just blew up from out of nowhere. I'm still trying to figure out why, and I don't really have an answer to that. But it's like from out of nowhere, they just started getting noticed, and now it just kind of snowballed. And it's still kind of a mystery. So I don't know what changed. All I can think of is that maybe like the algorithm, maybe YouTube made changes to the algorithm, or maybe I crossed some kind of nebulous threshold into a realm where YouTube promotes you more for some reason. I'm not sure. I'm very grateful to everyone who watches those and helped me gain so many new subscribers so quickly. That does not typically happen. Trust me, on my other channel, I have that other channel for years. I still have it. Not really using it right now, but I maxed out at around 3,000 subs and change, and it never really got beyond that level. And it reached a point where it was just starting to stagnate, and then it was appeared to be slowly declining. Your voice is great. Thank you. It won't. It sounds okay right now. It won't stay that way. Trust me. There's because I'm living in a really old building, and there's just a ton of dust in the air. I tried to clean it up as best I could, but I'm allergic to dust, and there's just way too much of it to get rid of, and it just plays havoc with my throat. So it makes recording a nightmare, and I can't record at my desk because of the echo, which try as I might, I have been unable to get rid of in editing. So the best I can do is just crawl under this makeshift tent and record under there, which is still really difficult, but it's the only way I can get decent audio. I can confirm the live stream is not working. Huh. Hold on. Let me test something. Hold on. Huh. Okay, so it's working for some people. Huh. All right. There may be some people trolling me, uh, saying that it's working. It's working for everybody. Okay. Uh, I get paranoid about this because there were often problems with the stream when I would do it on my old channel. Uh, yeah, so very funny. Okay. Okay. All right. For future reference, okay, ha ha, troll, very very funny. But for future reference, if there is any problem with the audio when we do this for realsies at any point, please just be straight with me so I can fix it. Because I would often have problems with the audio when I would stream before with the old channel. So I'm a little paranoid about this. It's a touchy subject. Uh, why do I get the feeling he's pissed? No, no, I'm okay. I don't really wake up before noon, so I'm not feeling any strong emotions right now. That may change if we get to the topic of Supergirl and like the DC shows and whatnot. Because wow, don't even get me started. We can talk about that when we go live on this thing on the Q&A later. But yeah, I would on my other channel I had a weekly live stream where I would talk about all the weekly superhero shows that aired that week. Um, I would talk about Agents of Shield and Arrow and The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow for a little while, a couple other shows too, and I would just review them on a live stream and give my thoughts on those. Had a lot of fun with it, but yeah, the audience for it was really small, and it wasn't really growing over time, and it was just I felt like I'd hit the ceiling with that format, and I still wanted to do like reviews and stuff, but I couldn't continue doing it that way because I wasn't getting anything out of it. So I wanted to be able to grow the show and hopefully get monetized and make a little money off of it. And I couldn't do it that way. So that was kind of the beginnings of what I do now with the Supergirl reviews. So I had to change it up. So I stopped that. I said, look, I think it's time for this show to become something else. So I stopped with that, and that was when I started, putting stuff together to do this channel. And for the first 11 months, I was getting nowhere with it, and then now suddenly I am, which is very nice. Excuse me. Star Trek Discovery is full of SJW crap. Wow. Well, you're not wrong about Discovery. I saw I watched the first season. It was interesting. I saw the premiere of season 2 because they put it on YouTube for free. Not a good sign. I haven't been watching it since then. I think they're like 2 or 3 episodes into the new season now. I don't anticipate ever reviewing Star Trek because, well, we can get into this more later tonight. But I have like a certain criteria for when I choose a show to review. My criteria is that first it has to be a show that I haven't seen covered ad nauseum in similar formats by other people, and in the case of Star Trek, well, SF Debris and Doomcock have already pretty much cornered the market on that show, and I can't equal what they do. So I think I'm better off just not trying and kind of sticking with my wheelhouse for now. So if you want Star Trek reviews, SF Debris and Doomcock, they're your best bet. Let's see. The first season of Gotham was good. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Uh, I will respectfully disagree with you on that. Check out the Charmed reboot. You know, speaking of Charmed, if you've not seen Movie Night's Charmed reviews, Movie Nights, she's always obscurest Lupa to me. If you haven't seen her series of the Charmed reviews, you need to check those out because they're hilarious. And she's doing the Charmed reboot. She's reviewing that episode by episode as like a podcast format. You should check those out. They're pretty funny. You're correct. It's just that you do a better job than them. Oh, thank you. Thank you. There's my alarm again. All right, you know what? I'm awake now. I can just turn this off. Come on. There we go. I gotta set like 10 alarms so I can get up in the morning. I woke up really early for some reason. Let's see. Your opinion on this? I assume you're referring to Gotham. You know what? We can get into that tonight because I can. I've had some really. I had some really strong opinions about Gotham. I reviewed the whole first season on the live stream on the other channel. Yeah, I didn't get beyond the first season. Spoiler alert. I heard it got better after that, but that first season broke me, man. It broke me. Is the Charmed reboot good? I was not the target demographic for the original show. I watched a little bit of it because it was kind of unintentionally hilarious and entertaining in a train wreck sort of way. Is the reboot good? It's probably better than the original. That is not to say it's good, but it's better than the original. Although, bear in mind, the source material we're talking about here is not exactly brilliant. I mean, it's still pretty stupid, but it can be kind of entertaining, you know, in a train wreck sort of way. Yeah, my voice is already crapping out, as you can probably tell. Okay, so when we do the live stream tonight, I will, get a bunch of cough drops, and I'll make myself some tea, and I'll have my water on hand, and hopefully my voice will last for a little while. Did I tell everyone the stream was not working? Well, somebody did. Like all or most reboots, garbage. Well, the original show was pretty bad, so yeah, most reboots are pretty bad. I guess Battlestar Galactica was the exception. I can't really recall any really good ones other than that. The only reboot I want to see is the CGI reboot from the early 2000s. I guess you haven't seen the Netflix continuation series of Reboot, which if you're lucky enough to have not seen that show, don't watch it. It's awful. It's really, really, really bad. Just don't. Okay, just hold tight to your memories of the original, and don't watch the original. Oh, and Voltron, yeah. I put that out of my head for a minute. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I did love Voltron Legendary Defender very much. Although that final season does have issues, and the ending of the show, wow, it's very frustrating, and I'm never going to be okay with that ending. But I do still love the show overall. It's just that the way it ended, just that final season is frustrating in a lot of ways. Um, yeah, let's see. Mention an A-Team reboot with woman actors. Hey, you joke about that, but they'll probably do it at some point. Uh, all right, here's something. Hear me out. All these all-female reboots are really in fuego right now. I mean, they're not. None of them seem to be doing all that well. I guess Ocean's 8 did moderately well. It wasn't like a huge hit or anything, but it wasn't a disaster. But these all-female reboots, people are just buzzing about them right now because gender politics and whatnot. Also, people are trying to make headway with live-action anime adaptations in Western cinema. The success has not been all that great. Ghost in the Shell kind of didn't work out. Now we've got Battle Angel coming up, which looks interesting. I've heard the reviews are not incredible, but they keep trying to make these things happen. So the time is right, I think, for a live-action Western adaptation of Bubblegum Crisis. And I want to see this. I've been wanting to see that for a long time because that's one of my favorite animes. It's one of the series that got me into anime in the first place. The 2040 reboot series is specifically, and sooner or later that movie's got to happen because I've been wanting to see a live-action Bubblegum Crisis movie for years. And and you wouldn't even have to do the all-female reboot because it was an all-female show to begin with. I really want to see that. I really want to see that movie because back in school, I had this fantasy about making that movie myself, or at least writing it. I had like the whole story all mapped out and everything. It would be like a pretty faithful adaptation of the 2040 series with some different elements thrown in. But that was a fantasy I had of making that movie myself. So I really do. I really did love that series back in the day. So that's something I really want to see happen. It's not just they're all female, it's that they're taking out men, which got some upset. Why don't they make an all-male remake? Yeah, you can't do that because politics. And the all-female reboot bugs me. And not that I have any problem with women, I don't. It's just it's like they're trying to take something back that doesn't need to be taken back. It's like they see like an all-male version of something made back in the day when society was in a different place, and it's like, well, we need to do the same thing to men that they did to us back then. And I don't think that's the way to do it. If you want to be progressive, then do it with men and women in equal positions of power or whatnot. You don't have to do it with all women because that's kind of just the same thing, If you want to do something really progressive, then do it with men and women. I don't know why this is such an issue. But let's not get this too political. Don't get me started on talking about the Ghostbusters 2016 thing. I really want to leave the stream because he hasn't given his opinion on this smiley face. I like your smiley face. It's a good smiley face. What do you think of the Liam Neeson interview? I haven't read it. I've heard about it, and well, I hope you enjoy Liam Neeson's next movie because it's probably the last one he'll make for a while. Yeah, it's It really boggles my mind how celebrities think they can say stuff like that and have no repercussions. Every once in a while you'll see a celebrity just crucify themselves with a comment like that. It's like, dude, you can't say stuff like that anymore. It's the information age. This stuff gets out, and once you put it out there, it's there forever. Like like Ryan Johnson deleting all his tweets about various topics. It's like, dude, there's screenshots of this shit. It's out there. You can't get rid of it. You can say that you never lied to the fans about Star Wars, but we know you did. We know you moved Kylo Ren's scar. You said you didn't, and you may have deleted that tweet, but we know you did because later on you admitted, yeah, we moved the fucking scar because we thought it looked stupid where it was. Ryan Johnson. Ryan fucking Johnson. Let's see. It's working. It's working. Okay. Actually, women have so much power now because they can just scream sexual assault and blame some guy and poof, ruined his life. Getting into a touchy subject here. Yeah, that does happen. Like an accusation somehow equates guilt now, and that's really not the way the justice system works. I don't want to read too much into that because often people who are accused are guilty or do turn out to be guilty, but false accusations do happen. That actually happened to my cousin once. He used to be a teacher, and he had two students who he gave them detention, and they were just petty assholes and wanted to get back at him, so they accused him of sexual harassment, and now he's not a teacher anymore. And he's a good guy, family man. He was certainly not a sexual predator or anything, but he had to get a new career because of that, because of false accusations. And yeah, so those false accusations do happen. So I think we just need to be very careful about who we accuse of what, and just keep in mind that the justice system presumes innocence. We're innocent until proven guilty. So just because somebody is accused of something, it doesn't mean necessarily that they did it. Just put them through due process, and if it turns out they're guilty, then so be it. But just because someone is accused, there is the benefit. Benefit of the doubt and all that. Maybe we'll have a Charlie's Angels reboot with guys as angels and a woman as the boss. They actually are doing another Charlie's Angels reboot. Kristen Stewart is one of them, strangely enough. I don't know who the other two are. But I think Bosley is supposed to be a woman in that one. Don't quote me on that. Damn it! There goes my voice again. Okay, everything seems to be working fine for now, and my voice is starting to crap out already. So you know what? I think we're gonna end this live stream test here. I'm gonna go rest my voice, but I will schedule the live stream if I could figure out how to do that right. I'm going to schedule the live stream for tonight around 8 p.m. Eastern-ish. Once we figure that out, I'll put a notification up there on Twitter, and there should be one on the main page too. Once that gets scheduled, so check the main page, and I will do my best to update you guys on Twitter about where you can see that. And I will talk to you guys tonight, where I will answer the questions I got for the Q&A. And then we can I could talk to you guys in the chat room. If you have anything else you want to ask me, then feel free. And yeah. Okay. I will talk to you guys tonight. Thanks for tuning in and helping me test this out. And I'll see you in 9 hours. We'll see. I'll schedule it and then I'll get back to you. Okay. Talk to you guys soon, and take care.